the next movie, I have a lot of complaints about. And
I do too.
Okay.
But
all right.
I'll let you. I'll still let you go first.
You're gonna
on this
why?
one. Oh, I can go first.
I want you to go first because I don't know if it feels like. So you told me you saw Army of Thieves.
Yes.
And I'll be honest. I was kind of in the like, if I get to it,
Yeah.
no. If I don't, no big deal.
Yeah.
And then you told me you watched it. You said it was fun. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. So I did. And
It was not fun.
Yeah. And it was fun. But I want you to go first.
Okay.
Because I'm worried that maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit on this movie.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah?
I doubt it.
All right. But still, I want you to tell me what you thought.
God, I already don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. Matthias.
Oh,
I know is his first name. So I'll just Matthias. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So I loved him in
Matthias.
Army of the Dead.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he was awesome in
Yeah.
Army of the Dead. So when they're like, "Hey, we're gonna do a prequel to Army of the Dead starring this guy," I was like, "Cool." Like that's all I needed.
Yeah.
He was a fun character in the movie.
Yeah.
He did all this stuff. I was like, I'll watch a movie about him. And then when I found out it was on Netflix, I was like, cool, even better. But it's a Netflix movie. So it's probably not going to be very good. at the time is what I thought. I said, isn't going to be like a big, it's a Netflix movie. But now you definitely got me on board to go watch it because I could do it at home.
Right.
So I also didn't know he was directing the movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh, good luck.
I think he's the one that
Like, good for him.
pitched the whole
Yeah.
idea. He was like,
when I watched the interview with him and Zack Snyder, I was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't.
like that movie
Yeah.
got made because he,
Yeah.
like,
and Zack Snyder's like, I let him, he's like, I did what I needed to do, and I let him do what he needed to do, and it was fine. But when I first saw trailers and I was reading everything, I thought this was going to be like an action-packed, fun, crazy, like, twist and turn type of movie, and it just wasn't that.
yeah,
And the parts I had the most fun on were the safe cracking parts.
right.
Was the 4 separate times that he was cracking safes. And everything in between was like just the weird filler stuff that I didn't need. Some of it dragged on
Okay.
a lot of the time. And I'm like, that's
Right.
So they have a heist and then they have this thing in
Yeah,
between.
right.
And then I'm like,
And then another one.
hurry
and
up.
then
And then they
Get
have
to
a
the
heist.
next heist. Yeah.
And then they have this other part in between. And it's like, I'm like,
yeah.
the heisting stuff was cool. It was fun. And I liked all the cast and they were fun and it was silly, but I didn't have like an exhilarating time.
Yeah.
But the safe cracking stuff was cool because I don't know if that's
cool.
Is that really how you crack a safe and just listen?
I don't think so.
There's got to be more to it than that. But when they do
But he's been training.
yeah, and he's
for
like been doing this
years.
all his life, and maybe he perfected
I don't know, man.
I'm not a safe cracker.
Yeah. If
Okay?
I was, wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Like I would be stealing millions of dollars. Like I would.
I'd do what they were doing.
But that was the only part of the movie I liked. And I mean, it just I thought it was this action-packed thing.
Right.
But Matthias, God, I hope I'm saying his name
It might
correctly.
be Matthias.
Matthias?
I don't know.
I liked him the entire time. I liked
Yes.
everything he did.
Yes.
I can't remember her name.
Nathalie.
Emmanuel. And she was fun too. She should be in more, action-y kind of stuff. Was she
She's-
like my favorite? No, but like if you put her in the right role, she could probably kick some ass. She did very good in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah.
But again, they didn't let her really do anything. And I kind of felt like in this movie, they didn't really let her do anything.
Yeah, she should be probably like a main.
Yeah, like let her do
Character.
something.
She's distractingly pretty.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
She's-
It's super annoying. God damn it. Yeah, it's very 100%. So like the
dang.
two of them and like I didn't like their like romance.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. It
get
didn't fit.
I get it.
It didn't fit. It didn't make
Yeah.
sense. And like I get the whole lead up in the end. This I was just again my expectations for this
Okay.
movie were too high because I really liked Army of the Dead.
Okay.
Army of the Dead was fun and it was exciting, and I knew this wasn't a zombie movie, but I thought
Yeah.
this would be like an action-packed
Okay.
heist movie. But Matthias, do more stuff, guy.
Yeah, he's
Do
good.
some more stuff.
I like
Do
it.
a stand-up special. I know you're not a comedian, but he kind of reminds me of like a Ryan Reynolds, where he kind of just says stuff. And
Yeah,
it's
and it's just
funny
funny because of how he says it.
because of how he says it.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't funny, but he said it. And
The way he
laughed.
did it was funny. Yeah.
So I, this movie was a fun enough time on a Friday night on Netflix.
Right.
Would have been bummed if I paid in the theater.
Yeah.
Would have been bummed.
Yeah. So I agree with everything that you have said. And I didn't, but I like his character a lot.
Yeah.
And I actually like, Gwendolyn, Nathalie's character. Also, I agree. I don't buy their love interest. I wish they would have just left that alone. Like,
Yeah,
they
like,
don't have to fall. They could have been best friends, and I still would have, I would have probably appreciated it more.
Yeah.
They don't need to like each other. I don't really like the other characters all that much.
Team?
Yeah.
The team of people?
I don't like the team. And
I didn't like Brad Cage.
yeah.
He bothered me a lot.
He bothered me too.
He bothered me a lot.
He bothered me too.
I did like the hacker.
The hacker was
and
funny.
then I did like the getaway driver. But he didn't do anything.
Right. They just
so
had
he was just there.
They just
he
had
didn't even
things.
drive away at any point.
Right.
I was like, damn, we're gonna get a cool car chase, whatever.
Okay.
And I'm like, we didn't even get a cool car chase.
This is my biggest gripe about the whole movie is that it's like they said, listen, we're going to do a heist movie. And the studio was like, oh, okay, another heist movie.
Yep.
And they were like, no. Listen, heist movies have a lot of cliches. And the studio was like, oh, so you're not going to do any of those cliches. And they were like, no, we're going to do all of them.
They got out of those banks pretty easy.
Yeah, but we're going to commentate on that fact that they are cliches.
That's funny.
And that we're doing them. It was...
Yeah.
There were literal times where it was meta, right? They were literally talking as though the audience, they were trying to figure out what would the audience be thinking, and then let's say that. So that when
that way let's beat them to the punch.
That way when they think it, they'll be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's funny.
Yay. Yeah. And I hated it.
Okay.
I hated it.
I didn't think about that, but I am now.
And an example is when he's like, we're just going to go and and I think it's the first heist.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go and it's going to work. And he's like, and they're like, yeah, it's just going to work. And they're like, well, why is it going to work? And then they do the exposition about explaining what they're going to do for the heist.
And then they pull back and they're like, it's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated that. And I
guess I didn't notice.
The thing is, I know what you were trying to do because it's hard. When you have a heist movie, it's difficult to not have exposition explaining what the heist is, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't explain what the heist is, then the audience doesn't feel any stakes when the heist is going down. I understand that. I get that you were trying to do something creative in a genre that has probably been beat to death. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
But acknowledging the cliche and thinking you are now out of it doesn't work.
No.
And that's where I got bugged.
Yeah,
I was like, they thought they were being creative, and all it did was annoy me.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't notice until you said it, but I'm like,
that's
right.
That's what the movie is we, even when Brad at the end is like, I thought I was the hero, I guess I'm the villain. I'm like, dude, come on.
Get out of here.
We obviously made that connection, Brad.
An hour ago.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, you don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah.